This is a Wolverine Radio special report. Today we are talking to Superintendent of Griswold Schools, Mr. Sean Mckenna, and we are talking about the ECS funding cuts that were announced today, Friday morning, August 18th. And Mr. Mckenna is here to hopefully go ahead and set the record straight as far as what these actually mean. So Sean, good afternoon. Can you tell us exactly what these cuts mean? They came down. Plainfield is getting cut ECS funding of $6.6 million. In Griswold, $4.4 million. What do these cuts mean? What do these reports actually say today?
Well, first of all, you have to take a few steps back before you even talk about cuts. It's the executive order that the governor has put in place because there's no budget. It's hard to talk about this because it's a hypothetical, and there's the strong possibility, we hope, that the legislature will come up with a budget. But, in terms of what he did with today's notice is everyone is getting impacted. There are 85 towns that are getting no aid whatsoever. There is the potential that we would lose between $4 and $5 million. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't. Do I think people should be panicked? I don't, but what I think folks need to do is contact our representatives, Representative Skolchek and Heather Summers, Senator Summers, and explain that this is sort of unprecedented. It's not good that this information is coming now on the eve of school opening, and they need to get their act together in Hartford.
What is it that you mean by unprecedented?
When I talk to people today, superintendents who've been doing this far longer than I have, when I talk to the CEA, the teachers union, when I talk to my contacts up at the State Department of Education, one word keeps on coming up. It's unprecedented. They haven't seen anything like this in years.
With this information coming out today, have you received any communications, either from phone calls, text messages, emails, from concerned residents or parents, perhaps, that have children that go to Griswold Public Schools?
We haven't, and I hope people are looking at this as, again, in context, that it is, the executive order, that it's a hypothetical. Could it become a reality? It could. I don't want people to think I'm not tuned in, but it's almost like the governor strikes back. You have the Empire Strikes Back. This is the governor striking back. And after talking to, my good friend Eric Christensen, the finance director, he and I are on the same page. We want to go cautiously. Don't misunderstand us, but we're not closing schools. School's going to open. Kids are going to have the supplies that they need, the necessities. But I don't think people should panic. I think what they should do, if they are concerned, contact your representatives, contact the people in Hartford that can make a difference. I find it a bit theatrical, truth be told, that we're getting this news again on August 18th, Friday afternoon or midday Friday, on the eve of school opening.
So let me ask a question that I think are on the tip of a lot of people's tongues. What happens if we do lose the $4.4 million of ECS funding? Is this something that could be disastrous for the school system?
Well, I think something like that, you'd have to bring everybody to the table and kind of take a look at it. And it wouldn't be, it's not Lord Mckenna. I have a board of education and with excellent members that are very conscious and do their research, and we'd have to come together and make probably some hard choices. But again, I don't want to get into the panic mode of what this is trying to do. It is trying to cause, I think, on some level, a bit of hysteria and unnecessary stress, when what we should all be doing is focusing on preparing for the school year, greeting our kids with smiles, getting them excited about school, and encouraging parents to be a part of the process, not alienating them. And so that's what I don't like about this news at this particular time in the year, again, on a Friday, right before the start of school, because I think it takes everybody off the game of what this is about, and this is about the kids.
So what we're really looking at is a situation of maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't happen. But to really just kind of keep focused, at the situation at hand and just getting our kids ready for the school year. Am I right about that?
Right.
Maybe it won't.
Right.
But maybe it will.
Right.
So
Yeah. There's an interesting. Yeah. And again, you don't want to take it lightly, but by the same token, people shouldn't be panicked. And there's a lot that could change. And again, talking to various people today, in different communities, at the State Department of Education, the different unions, the one word that keeps on coming up and up and up is unprecedented. And so a lot of these folks have been in this business far longer than my 20 or so years, and they've never seen anything like it.
You mean this kind of news coming out?
News and sort of without a budget, and sort of the possibility that, again, I'm not saying we, in this particular executive order, we wouldn't get hit, but there's 85 towns getting nuts. So you're talking widespread wreckage.
Is there anything else that you want to add to maybe something that you didn't get a chance to relate to one of the residents or one of the parents of the kids that go to Griswold Public Schools?
I think it's like anything else. We've got a great school district. We've got great kids. We've got great teachers. We've got great administrators. We've got a wonderful, caring Board of Education that does a lot of advocacy behind the scenes. And we've got a great town. And I think we have to take the high road. And I think we have to keep what I learned from one of my teachers. Her name was Carol Hope in 3rd grade. You have to have a positive mental attitude. Giving into the panic right now and the sort of negativity and the Empire Strikes Back. It's not the way to go. The dark side is never the way to go. Wait it out, be watchful and mindful, but do it with a happy face.